What's going on, everybody? It's Top Bets. We're checking back in. We have our Super Bowl 59 on the dot live stream coming at you guys here on a beautiful Friday evening. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys are here, say what's up in the chat. If you're watching a replay, make sure you guys comment on the video. As always, hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 200 subscribers, as well as hit that like button, hit that thumbs up. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, this show has been brought to you by Occupy Fantasy all season long. It is sadly our final NFL stream, but we have PGA every Tuesday night as well. But yeah, it's been a very, very profitable year. Just these last 4 streams, I mean, we absolutely killed the playoffs. We are 18-10 plus 9.42 units in our last 4 streams. The profit for the playoffs has been great. I think we started off pretty slow, but we got after it, and we are definitely profitable for the season. So if you're here, say what's up. Make sure you guys check out Occupy Fantasy. They have their Super Bowl prop guide out. They also have their YouTube channel. They just threw out their Super Bowl DFS plays as well and strategies. So make sure you guys check those guys out. All right. We have a great matchup. I think this is the Super Bowl. I mean, if I had to choose, I probably would have done Chiefs-Lions, but I think Chiefs-Eagles is just as good. You have 2 elite defenses. You have tons of star power. You have tons and tons of narratives that we can go off of. It's going to be fun. I will be sweating out plenty of the bets, and I hope we get some good profit come Sunday night. All right, just a little I guess rundown of what we'll do. So I usually give out anywhere between 6 to 7 picks. I think I have close to 7 or 8. So I think I have an additional 1 or 2, a mix between straights, your same game parlays, and then pick to click. And I have a novelty bet novelty prop that I like as well. And if you have a prop that I have not discussed, and you want me to get my insight on there, throw it in the chat, and we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll be here for about 30 minutes, just dissecting this the beautiful game. We're gonna hopefully cash some tickets here. So first play, let's get right into it. We are gonna go just to the first half, here, and I've seen multiple sharps on this one as well. I really like this angle of it. And we are going to go. What is going on? There we go. We're going to go to the first half under. The first half under here, 23.5. I think some books had 24. But first half under 23. Eagles, Chiefs, obviously. But you have 2 teams I think are going to try to feel each other out. This and you've kind of seen the slow, methodical drives that both of these teams have gotten used to. I mean, you saw the Commanders go almost 20 plays the first drive, and I saw a lot of people on the Eagles first half under in that game. I think if they have, especially the way both teams have those methodical drives, you also have very, very good red zone defenses. So you could see a lot more field goals in this game. I don't have a field goal prop that I like. If you wanted to go, you could probably go Butker. But I think both these teams want to run the football. I think who can ever establish that run first should win this game. Obviously, limit turnovers. But I think both of these teams are going to feel each other out and get a little bit of their juices flowing. See what they can do. But they're both very, very great, very, very good second half teams. Slow starters. So I really like this under. I'd probably play it all the way down to 22.5 if we got there, but I doubt it does. But 23.5 is probably where it'll stay. Like the under here. So that's the first one here. The second one is going to be a tight end special. We have, I mean, I've never seen a player have more over and unders hammered in a week than Dallas Goddard. But I'm going to tease it down a little bit because I can see him catching a bunch of balls, but I also like the fact that he can get open. And you saw this Chiefs defense get absolutely abused by tight ends all season long. And then you also saw the other tight end. If you watched the Eagles Commanders game last week, Zach Ertz shredded them, absolutely shredded them. I think they're going to pull the Chiefs will piggyback on that a little bit. So we're going to go Goddard 40 plus and Kelsey 40 plus receiving yards, minus 107 over on FanDuel. If you want to go a different route here and go receptions, you're gonna have to go like 5+ on each, which is a little bit, I think, more tough. I think Goddard could get there on 2 or 3 catches, but if you wanted to go maybe Goddard receptions and Kelsey 40 plus receiving yards, you can definitely do that. But I think the angle here is both of them to cash over 40 receiving yards. Like I said, the Chiefs struggle against the tight end position. They've been struggling all season long, and this Eagles defense just got obliterated and continue to get obliterated down the stretch by tight ends. And you gotta think Travis is going to come to play. He usually does in Super Bowls and playoffs and big games. They are going to draw up plays for Travis, and Dallas should be a big part of the offense here. So 40 plus receiving yards for both of them. And we'll move right along to our third play. And if you guys are here, say what's up in the chat. Would love to hear from you guys. And if you have a question, a prop, a novelty prop, or predict who the hell is going to win this game, I would love to hear from you guys in the next 20 minutes or so. All right. We have the third play here. And I usually do some type of a teaser for these shows. So I'm it's like you have to play it as a same game parlay, but it's basically on a teaser roll. And we're going to go Eagles plus 7.5. So tease the spread up 6 points. And then we're going to tease the over, or not the over, but you're going to tease the number up 4 points and get the under 52.5. So kind of a play on both the first half unders. You got, 52.5 points. It wouldn't surprise me if both these teams had a very, very slow first half and started to have a good little shootout in the second half. But I just think in Super Bowls, you're not going to see too much with these two elite defenses. I think the last time these guys played, the defenses weren't as good as they are now. I think that's where the difference is. You still have Mahomes, you still have Hurts, you still have AJ Brown and Kelsey and all that firepower and Saquon. But I just truly think the under is the better play here. Initially it was 48.5, got bet up to 49.5, and then got absolutely smashed down to 48.5, and it stayed there because they're getting good action on it. So we're gonna go up 4 points here, get a good juice number, minus 109. A 1.25 unit play is probably my heaviest play of the stream here, but I do like this angle. What's up, Blake? Hope the game is good and the bets just hit. Yeah, it's I mean, growing up, obviously never bet on the Super Bowl, but once you start betting on it, you're like, I don't give a damn who wins this game. I want it to be high scoring and cash my bets. That's all I care about. So I get it. Leon, what's up, Dot? How we feeling tonight? How we feeling? I'm ready to go. I'm really, really ready to go. So we've gotten 3 plays in, and we are running a great special at Sharp Bros, 59% off into the Discord on weekly and monthly packages. So make sure the link is in the description below. 59% off, our best deal to date. So make sure you guys check us out and get into the Discord. I will be having plays all the way up until basically game time, and probably during the game as well, with the player to catch a pass stuff, all that. It's going to be fun. But one note that I will say, don't ruin a great season on one game. So by that, don't bet more than what you normally would on a single game. Obviously, you're going to probably bet a little bit more with the being the Super Bowl. But just don't go crazy. If you're $100 better, don't bet $500. Something along those lines. Just don't ruin the profit that you've made in the season on one particular game, especially the Super Bowl. All right, so let's get into some single props here. I got 3 of them. And this one we were on pretty much all playoff long. And I'm going to go the opposite on this one. And we're going to go to Saquon. Saquon under. And so this line is pretty wild because the 25.5 is hanging out on DK. And it's 23.5 on FanDuel. But you're going to pay up for juice here, which I'm okay with in this. I'm okay with paying a little bit more juice than normal in Super Bowl because you're just going to have to. And if you want to you can take some minus 200s if they've been pretty good. Good track record here, but I think minus 145 is totally acceptable in this particular case. We can pull up the OccuProp radar here. This is over at occupyfantasy.com. Make sure you guys just go over to the betting tab, OccuProp radar. It is free to use. I use it all the time. Absolutely great resource here. And you can go to longest rush and you can see right here, you got 23.5 at FanDuel and you have over 25.5 number on Saquon at DK. A little bit less juice. I mean, if you think this is a smash spot, you don't think he's going to get anywhere close to it, take the minus 113. But I'll take a little juice for a couple extra yards and just a little bit of data on this one. You've seen this Chiefs team play unbelievable defense against the running back position all year. They've only allowed 6 runs all season longer than 25 yards. That's an incredibly insane stat. And it's not like they've played Joe Schmoes. I mean, they've played Henry, Bijan, Kamara, Cook, Hubbard, Mixon. I mean, Mixon was the only one last week that actually got to him. And you also they've only given up 100-yard rusher all year, and it was Lamar Jackson in the first game of the season. So really, really like the matchup defensively to kind of withstand this Saquon Barkley explosive run plays. I mean, you've seen it. I mean, the first play of the game against the Commanders, 60-yard touchdown run, 260 plus or almost 270 plus yard rushing touchdowns against the Rams. He's been absolutely electric. However, this is a different beast. The Chiefs are for real. The main thing is they have to hit him before he gets going. The yards before contact are just unbelievable, but they were in great matchups against the Rams and the Commanders. They're 2 of the worst teams at getting to the running back before contact. So yeah, it's a different ball game, different beast. I'm not saying I'm not going to be worried because it's Saquon Barkley. He can snap off a 70-yard run regardless. But I think the numbers, the defense of the Chiefs, I really, really like this play. But you're going to be sweating it every time he touches the ball. I'll tell you that right now. So you're going to be get him, Chris Jones, get him Bolton, everybody. I mean, you're just going to have to tackle this guy. But I'm willing to take that. Like the under 25.5, a little bit more juice, but I'm okay with that. Alrighty, let me hear from you guys. Let me hear some props that what you guys have. We'll be here for another 10, 15 minutes or so. And we got, what do we got? 5 more plays. All right. Let's bring back up the OccuProp radar. And we are going to go to Patty Mahomes on this one. And I feel like this is a little bit more chalky. If you've tuned into any type of content this week, this is probably an easy one. But the game logs don't really suggest it. And sorry, I lost this place. Where is it? There you go. Total completions. All right. So total completions, you've seen this probably throughout, but it makes a ton of sense. And you're going to put it into Patty Mahomes' hands, I think, more than anybody on this team. obviously without that great of a run game for KC. So give me Patrick Mahomes over 23.5 pass completions. You've seen it all playoff long. You've seen it basically the last 2 months of the season, that the way that this Chiefs offense is moving down the field is very methodical. And they've said, well, if you're going to play 2 high safeties, or you're going to play man coverage, you're going to play whatever and get to me, we are going to go underneath and just basically slow down the game and have these short completions to Worthy, to Kelsey. And it's every game. You've seen this. And I get it. You're going to have the Eagles try to manipulate that, as this is the Super Bowl, tons and tons of days to prepare. However, you really, really are going to have to outsmart Andy Reid here, which I think Andy Reid's the best with extra rest here. So I really like Mahomes over 23.5. You see 24.5 at Caesars, but I'm going to take the less juice over at DK. You can still grab that at 23.5 minus 127. But yeah, you're especially this front four for the Eagles. You're going to see Mahomes try to get this ball out very, very quickly. Love this play. It makes a ton of sense. But the game logs, yeah, I mean, he's hit that in 6 of his last 10. But his last 2 playoff games against Houston and Buffalo, 16 and 18. You've seen a lot more rushing attempts for him. So maybe he doesn't scramble as much, but he just gets the ball out quicker. All right, one last single prop, and this one was a little bit more of an oddity, and I probably would not play this if it wasn't the Super Bowl. But Andy Reid is always known to be creative, as you saw. Last year you had Sky Moore, you had Mecole Hardman. You had a bunch, they're speedy guys. They get on the edge. They're speedy guys. They get on their edge, and especially against the Eagles last time they played, or in the Super Bowl. So I really think they're going to try to get Worthy out in the open. And I mean, he hasn't got too much rush attempts. I mean, you might see 1 or 2 throughout this game. But I think this is a good player. You got Xavier Worthy over 5.5 rush yards. It started at 4.5, got bet up. It was all the way. I've seen it at 6.5 at some spots. I think if we pulled up the Aki prop radar, there is a 6.5. So let me pull this up real quick. But yeah, it is definitely. This is definitely in play. Around the red zone, if you tune into any of my content, you've seen why I absolutely love Worthy to score this postseason and down the stretch. So yeah, here we go. We got total rushing yards, Caesars and DK 6.5, and then you have FanDuel 5.5 at minus 122. So take that with a little more juice. Totally fine with that. But you're going to try to see these Andy Reid dial-up speedsters on the edge, as you cannot run on this Eagles team very often and very well. So I think Hunt and Pacheco have a hard time, I would say, unless this Chiefs offensive line surprises me. But I think they're going to have a little bit more end sweeps with Worthy. And then especially in the red zone, you just never know. So if you want to take a different angle to it, you can go over 1.5 rush attempts, and think you get 2 of them. But I think you can get this play with just 1. So over 5.5 rush yards for Xavier Worthy. A little bit of an oddity here, but like that play for the Super Bowl. All right, and this is my one novelty prop. And I like it because you can pair it with 2 other guys to kind of make sure you get some profit here. And I just want to make sure of something. Yeah. All right. So how I'm going to play this is basically, so the first touchdown of the game, you're going to go under 15.5. So that basically is jersey number. So you've got a bunch of options here under 15.5 to score first. The three that you probably have to worry about the most are Saquon, Kelsey, and Kareem Hunt. But the one you're probably most worried about is Saquon. So if you want to, excuse me, if you want to pair this, so do, a half unit here and bet, I think Saquon's first touchdown is plus 450. So it's a different way to go about this particular one. But I like this. You got way more options with under 15.5 jersey number to score the first touchdown. And then you can always pair it. And if you want to pair it with Kelsey or pair it with Kareem Hunt and, guarantee your profit a little bit, not guarantee, but I mean, it's a good hedge, in my opinion. It's a good hedge. I think it's a fun way to play this one and expect a good return on it. So first TD under 15.5 jersey number. But yeah, you're you're gonna be sweating this one too when you see Travis wide open or you see Saquon go. But you got Jalen. I think Jalen's a very, very good candidate for first touchdown. Speaking of Jalen, I think if the Eagles win this game, I've already talked about how they could probably bottle up Saquon, right? I just think it's absolutely insane that we're able to get this type of a number on a quarterback to win MVP. So I gotta play Hurts plus 350 to be the MVP in the game. I've already talked about how Saquon can get bottled up, and usually if like AJ Brown were to catch 2 touchdowns, Devontae to catch 2 touchdowns, or Goddard to catch 2 touchdowns, or whatever it is, usually that's just given to the quarterback. So if Hurts plays anything like he played against the Commanders and he throws like he did, I mean, look out. I think the Eagles could just absolutely run away with this. I don't know if he's going to be throwing the ball as well, but if he does, and they get into some type of a shootout here, and Hurts performs, rushes for a couple of touchdowns, and Saquon's kind of just out there, I think it's an absolutely phenomenal number for a quarterback to win MVP plus 350. I'll take that any day. So really, really like that for MVP. That's the probably only MVP play out. If you want to sprinkle somebody, deep on there, you can go like Devontae Smith or AJ Brown or something like that, or Kelsey. But it's just, to me, the MVPs are usually quarterbacks. So go ahead and get the best value on the board here with Hurts being the MVP. Leon, I like AJ Brown's odds too for MVP. Yeah. Only thing is with that is if he has a big game, more than likely it's thrown to obviously by Jalen. And if and Jalen rushes one in, boom, they're going to give it right to Jalen. And so I get the reasoning for a couple big time receivers to get MVP, but more than likely this is a quarterback's quarterback award. So we're going to go with the best value, I think, on the board with the Hurts. All right, and the last one here this evening that we will play. The last one, we are going to go. I just kind of talked about him the segment before with his rush yards, but how can I not go back to the well here with Xavier Worthy plus 165? Xavier Worthy, anytime touchdown score. I mean, guy's electric, finding ways to score. And if you've watched this team all season long, this is their gadget guy in the red zone. I'm thinking he's going to have some trickery. You're going to have main focuses on Travis. The other one that I really like is Marquise Brown to score a touchdown from the Chiefs. So those two are my favorite Chiefs to score with their odds. If you want to go the opposite route, obviously Goddard has a very, very good chance with this. I think he's like plus 270 or 280 if I remember correctly. And you can always get AJ Brown at a pretty decent number too. But Xavier Worthy, we're not getting plus 200 like we were the last couple weeks, but still plus 165 is decent. It's decent enough for me to say, okay, that's good enough to take. And if you go back to the prop radar, I believe it's as low as 155. Let me just verify for everybody. 2 touchdowns. Yeah. All right. So plus 165 on DK, plus 155 on Caesars and FanDuel. And like I said, I like Marquise Brown again if you wanted the more long odds play. But yes, Xavier Worthy is my favorite pick to click touchdown of the week. It's he's to me the X factor in this team. He's been extending drives for him, running the football for him, and one of the main keys in the red zone. They probably would not be where they're at without Xavier. So kudos to him. Absolutely having a hell of a season for the Chiefs. All right, we'll recap real quick and get up on out of here. We got the Chiefs Eagles first half under 23.5. We got the tight end special, Goddard and Kelsey, 40+ receiving yards, minus 107. We're going to tease the Eagles up plus 7.5. Do the under 52.5, minus 109. We're going to go Saquon under 25.5 longest rush. We have Patty Mahomes over 23.5 pass completions. Xavier Worthy over 5.5 rush yards. The novelty prop of the week, you got under 15.5 jersey number to score the first touchdown. If you want to pair that with either Hunt, Travis, or Saquon, go right ahead. Best value for MVP is Jalen, so might as well snag that. And we're going to go best value to score touchdown with crazy odds, crazy red zone usage. So let's go Xavier Worthy plus 165. And let's make this 5 straight streams to end the season. Absolutely on fire. Like I said before, we're up close to 10 units our last 4 streams. So with that, I sign off for the last time of the season. I will have one more piece of content that I'll send out tomorrow. It'll be I'm probably going to do an anytime touchdown video that I'll release on all social media. So we'll go that route, and hopefully that cashes as well. But that'll be the last content for the NFL season. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate all the comments, the subscriptions, the likes, the engagement. It's been fun. It always is fun. It always sucks to come to an end, but we have Sunday, the Super Bowl. It's always a good time. So appreciate it. We will see you guys next year here on the YouTube channel for the NFL content. With that, we'll see you.